Did you ever watch The Magic School Bus or read the Magic School Bus books? We are taking a quick page out of Miss Frizzle's book tonight. My 71-year-old amazing father-in-law was able to take his kidneys from functioning like this, sad, with just 5 natural tools and data to prove it, and functioning like this. So glad. In just the last 4 months, and I am so excited to be sharing this with you tonight, and I hope that you resonate with some of this information, because really any of this will apply to every single one of you. And so he just got his lab results, and he gave me the permission to share this with all of you, and I am pretty much levitating. I'm so excited to share this with you because it is such an important topic. So welcome to my August continuing education broadcast number 223. I am partnered here with my lovely kidney guest who is making a cameo. Yes, absolutely. All of these will be saved live for you to come back and watch anytime on YouTube, as well as here nice and snug in the IGTV library. And it is a virtual science fair trip on the Kidney Express, so buckle your seatbelts, because no matter how old you are, you can benefit from what I have for you tonight. And for compliance reasons, this is not medical advice, okay? So as a reminder, natural remedies do not cure diseases, but they actually help support the body's natural processes easier, okay? So I want to make sure that that is out of the way, and in this case we are just helping support the body's natural processes with natural tools to support the body being able to repair the kidneys, okay? So just wanting to help my father-in-law feel better with the tools that I trust from my natural toolbox that I personally use every single day, and understanding how your body works is so helpful, and it's always a work in progress. And so understanding that and flexing your label reading gangster muscle, that is what we do around here. So I hope that you are snuggled in nice and cozy, just like my favorite little kidney friend here. And this is going to be information that you will be able to use in your back pocket in the future. Supporting your kidney and filter organ health can be money saving, and it can be effective. So I love sharing life hacks with you. I love sharing money saving tips, but I also love showing you how you can put pennies in your health bank with every decision that you make. So I just wanted to thank you for spending some time with me this evening. And our agenda for tonight is pretty jam-packed, okay? So on our agenda, I will be providing you my very scientific hypothesis and some questions and observations and the methods and the results that will allow you really to have the entire picture of everything that we're going to talk about. And then I'm going to drive you right through the 5 simple doTERRA tools that my father-in-law has been using to regain control over his health. And I am so thrilled to have this conversation with you. And along the way, we will briefly cover a few little fun facts about the kidneys. And by the time our science fair road trip rounds to a close, hopefully you feel a lot more confident with what your kidneys can do and have ideas for supporting them naturally, okay? So we're gonna put the pedal to the metal and get the show on the road. So first thing is our hypothesis. So could my father-in-law improve his kidney function using 5 doTERRA products consistently every day by his next doctor visit, and hopefully get the results like this? So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. And next, the observations and the background of all of this. So back in March, George's dad asked me to have a conversation about oils. And for many of you that have been here for a while, you know that I have been sharing oils for 7 years, so since 2014. He's never before asked me to talk about oils, but he joined Facebook and Instagram a couple months ago, and before, actually I think it was around that time, around maybe January or February. And I think my posts and my education started to spark some interest and curiosity, because he kept seeing my posts every day and he was seeing my stories, and he had never been on Facebook or Instagram before, but I think he wanted to be able to connect with family members from all over and just really enjoy this space here. So he had asked me, and I said, of course, no problem. Now, I think what's really important to note here, and then I want to make sure I say this before we get too far along in our broadcast, that lifestyle changes have to be your idea. They have to be on your timeline, and eventually people start to notice the things that you're doing, and we hold space for that. So he even called, hilarious, he even called me the day before, said, hey Hilsey, I just want to make sure that you don't forget to bring the oils and that we want to talk about that. And I'm like, okay, how adorable are you? Like, you do not have to remind me to do something that is my most favorite thing to do in the world, is to help serve people with natural tools. And so that just warmed my heart. I'm like, Pop, of course I am not going to forget. That would be so silly and I would never do that. So I was already brainstorming. I was nose deep in my resource books, and two of them I'm going to share with you in a little bit. The Essential Oils for Healthcare Today. You can get this on Amazon, and I believe it's in my Amazon favorites. And then, of course, my Essential Life book. And I know what the oils do. I actually use all 5 of these products that I'm going to share with you. I've been using them every day, but sometimes it's nice to be able to provide that really helpful grounding information for somebody that is really new to all of this. And he trusts me completely, so he just said, whatever you suggest, I want to do. So, but I was already brainstorming and finalizing some of my suggestions. Now, for context, here are some baseline observations that we're going to use for this experiment, okay? So he had just gotten disappointing news from his doctor. He was nearing kidney failure, and he had been on diabetes medication for years and years. And he was scared that his doctors, he was very scared, and he got his doctor's approval to look into natural options. And he also got approval from his doctor to temporarily stop the medication that he was on. So if whatever he decided to do naturally was working at the next visit, then his doctor agreed to allow him to continue on a natural path. But this is, again, where it's important that I'm not a doctor. I'm not claiming to be one. I'm just a mom out here trying to help her family serve and share these natural tools. But it's really important that you have that open dialogue and open communication with your doctor. So this is a really important thing where you are having this open communication, and it's a partnership between you choosing these natural tools and working with your medical professional. So I just want to make sure that, again, for compliance reasons, that I'm super clear about that. So also, fun fact, medications when taken long-term, well, actually, it's a not so fun fact. Medications when taking long-term can drastically affect your organ function. And he was experiencing chronic pain in his hips, in his back, in his knees, so much so he had to go down the stairs sideways. It hurt his back and his knees. And his feet were swelling. He had initial blood work taken so his doctor could monitor everything, and so that could at least just give us a baseline, because in any science experiment you need to have a foundation, and you need to know, okay, where are we starting from so that we can see change happening. And then the blood work was done in March, and it showed 30% kidney function. So that is almost to the point of kidney failure. And we got him all set up and placed his initial order for just 5 simple products that I suggested, and we'll get to those in a moment. And I wanted to just start him out slow, because if you are feeling overwhelmed, then you are going to say no and you're going to shut down. And an overwhelmed mind says no all the time. But if you feel confident and comfortable that, hey, these are just some really simple things, and the way that I laid it out for him was very clear and very helpful, that he felt empowered and he felt comfortable, that he knew exactly what to do. And so that way we could see how the results went, and if we had good results, we'd continue on that path and then maybe add in a few additional things later. So on March 28th, he started the protocol when his doTERRA box arrived. Now I'm going to take our little summer science fair school bus on a little quick shortcut to share the results with you, because we don't have all night. So 7 days later, that's only 7 days later, we saw them for Easter on April 4th. And after we hugged and we said hello, he was so proud. He had done everything that I had written down for him. He raised his arms above his head and said, look what I can do now. I almost fell over in disbelief, because he was not able to raise his arms all the way. The pain in his arms, in his hips, in his back was so excruciating, he could not raise them more than a few inches, okay? So I almost fell over. I was amazed. Then he said, he's like, let me walk down the stairs and show you. And he walked down the stairs completely straight without any pain. And again, I almost fell over again in disbelief. And he said, and I quote, I've been in so much pain, I was starting to wonder if life is worth living. And he said, I don't recall feeling this good in a very long time, and I think I am finally getting back to myself. And I was floored, okay? I know what our oils can do, but it never stops amazing me when other people have that experience and have those great results. Like, again, we know what the oils do, but when we get to experience the joy of rediscovery with other people, it opens the door and it reminds us of what it was like to begin, and it felt so good. And I'm just like, I get chills when I think about it, and I am so excited to see what the future holds and keep you posted and keep updating you. So it was even more important for him because he needs this. He deserves this physically, but it had already been a terrible year of loss for our family, and he decided to finally prioritize his own health. He needed this emotionally, he needed it physically, and he said he wanted to keep going, and he didn't want to mention anything to his doctor about the progress he was feeling. He said, I just want to wait and I want to surprise my doctor. I want to see what my doctor says when I come back for blood work in another couple months. So I couldn't wait to see the data, and the data is proof. The data is proof that we are moving in the right direction, and it's another friendly reminder that pennies in your health bank are always a good investment. And so to recap, he started the doTERRA protocol that I had given to him the last week of March, on March 28th. And at that time, his kidney function was 30%. He just had blood work taken at the end of July and called me last week on Monday, August 2nd, and buckle your seatbelt because his kidney function is now at 38%. And this is without any pharmaceutical intervention. This is with no diabetes medication. His doctor was shocked. His doctor said, okay, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? And he told him everything. He goes, I want you to keep doing that. Whatever you're doing, I want you to keep doing that. And maybe if you're not familiar with essential oils, you might think, oh, that's not that much, 38%. That is going from 30% to 38%, going from 30% to 38% when you are on the verge of kidney failure, and you are going from this to this. You feel that. You feel that from head to toe, and emotionally as well. And I am thrilled, and it's like night and day. He's just like a different person. So the doctor said, again, keep going, keep doing what you're doing. It is working. He's going to rerun the labs in another 3 to 4 months, so probably early 2022 we'll get some more lab information. Now, some key results here, okay? So no more leg swelling. Blood sugar is regulated without medication. His hips, his back, his knee pain is gone. He can raise his arms all the way. And an accidental side effect or an accidental perk that I've never seen before, I've never heard of, his hair is growing back in a bald spot that he has on the back of his head. And I have text messages directly from him that I'm going to share in my stories later today after the broadcast is over, so that you can just see the timestamp, the date, and everything. It's like, oh my God, I couldn't believe this, and I was so excited. And so, at a normal science fair, you share the results at the end. However, this is an amazing science fair, and I don't want to keep you waiting, and I want to give you that foundation so that you can absorb the rest of the broadcast with optimism. And you've heard me talk a lot about the endocrine system, filter organs, and all of that over the last 7 years, especially when we talk about magnesium, because it supports all of your filter organs. So that's your liver, your kidneys, your colon, your pancreas, and your biggest organ, your skin. So Olivia loves learning about the human body, and if your kids are watching, 2 resources that they may like. One is the Magic School Bus, Inside the Human Body, and if you have this book, you should get it out for your kiddos. And on page 34, it talks about the kidneys and says how the kidneys clean your blood and make urine, and the bladder stores your urine. And I just think this is so great to have this dialogue with your kids, because we've been talking about this at our house for the last couple weeks, and Olivia's so excited, and she's learning, and she's like, wow, the kidneys are so cool. I'm like, they really are, and I love instilling that in her. Now, another thing that I shared on my stories the other day is this cool cool organ apron. Now, how fun is this? Like, this is so cool, right? So you can put this on, your kids can put it on, they can learn all about their body and about biology, and it has 2 little kidneys here, and I just thought this was so fun. So you can grab that on Amazon, but how fun having something like a visual aid like that to be able to help your children observe and learn. So I'm going to put our little kidney friends right here. So that was really fun, and if you need any tips on other resources that are great for the kids, let me know. But the Essential Life book and the Oils for Healthcare Today is another really great one that I definitely recommend. So why are our kidneys important? Okay, the main functions of our kidneys, before we go into what he uses, we need to understand what they do. So the main functions of your kidneys are regulating blood flowing in and out of your organs, and regulating your body's pH, and eliminating waste and toxins, and producing hormones. So y'all know I love analogies because I think it really helps us anchor in and visualize some complex concepts. So think of the kidneys like a really powerful, complex set of filters. Or one of the best analogies for kidney function is the desk drawer analogy. So let's say you need to clean out your junk drawer from the kitchen. And you can start by picking things out one by one, or you can dump it out and then put the good stuff back in that you want to keep. So which one do you think would be more efficient? Obviously the second way. So that's how the kidneys clean blood. The plasma is just dumped into the nephron, and then the good stuff is pulled back into the blood vessel, and then the rest becomes urine and it gets flushed out of the body. So that's why it's really important for us to drink our water. And I practice what I preach, and if you've ever been around me or if you know me in real life, you know that I always want to know where the bathroom is. And I always want to sit on the end of the aisle, back before COVID days when we would go to events, because I want to be close to the bathroom because I am super hydrated and my kidneys and liver and colon and pancreas are one of my priorities. So if you think this is all something new, it's so powerful, and everything is interconnected in our body, and being able to share that with our kids is really special, and with our family members as well. So if you are making frequent stops to the bathroom, know that your kidneys and liver and colon are all working together to teamwork and make that dream work for you. So yes, you can definitely do more research. If this topic sparks you, I would love for you to do that. And so I want to share a few other fun facts about your kidneys so you have a little bit more context for why I chose these 5 for my father-in-law. Your kidneys are 2 really of the most important organs in your body, and you may not really be thinking about them unless something has happened to you where you're experiencing pain or you find out from your doctor that there's a problem. And so we want to be proactive and not reactive whenever possible. So I hope that this finds you at a place in your life where you're open and you hear this message and it resonates. So your kidneys, again, are so important for your body. They filter the blood and they help get rid of all that waste from your body. And so did you know that your kidneys are lopsided? So little fun fact there, your right kidney tends to be a little bit smaller because it sits lower than your left one. It needs to make room for the liver. So the bulkiest part is situated on the right side of your body. And then your left kidney, on the other hand, has some more room to sprawl out because of the spleen, which is smaller. So that's a little fun, like little tipper that you can share maybe with your grandkids or with your kids. So with that said, now we are rounding the corner to our method. So what protocol did I suggest for him and why? Because that is the meat of the broadcast, and I know that's what you are here for. So we're going to count down the 5 items that he has been using. So the first one is Zendocrine, and we're going to leave our happy kidney right here with us, okay? So the first one is Endocrine Complex, and you will have to let me know in the comments if this is new to you or if this is something that you use. I use this every single night, okay? So much, and it is an absolute essential. I have several bottles of backup in my cabinet because I do not want to be without this. So this has 14 active whole food extracts that support the cleansing and the filtering function of the liver, the kidneys, the colon, the lungs, and the skin. So what's in it? Well, I'm not going to name all 14 because we have other things to talk about tonight, but just to highlight a few from the long list, it has burdock root and dandelion root, kelp and milk thistle, clove bud, and garlic, and those all target cleansing and filtering of blood and toxins. So how did he use it? 2 capsules per day before bed, so it is not competing with food to do its work. And a little tip there, you can leave this in your nightstand if you are thinking that you might not remember to take it every night. And that way, when you're snuggled into bed and you're getting ready to close your eyes, you don't have to go, ooh, I forgot my supplements. Not now, because you can even have a backup in your nightstand, okay? So that is a great one. Now, why this works. So the burdock root and the dandelion roots are 2 of nature's best blood purifiers, and this supplement stimulates the removal of the waste and even cleanses the impurities from the blood through the kidneys and through the liver, okay? So this is magical. If you do not have this, add it to your next loyalty rewards order. You can reach out to me if you need this. I'll have more information at the end about that. But this is an absolute essential. Use your points, stock up on a couple bottles. This is really great, and it's a powder capsule. So if you are someone that many folks reach out to me and say, well, what do I do if I don't like swallowing pills? You are in luck because this is a powder capsule. So you can just wiggle it open and you can sprinkle the powder on your food, like yogurt or applesauce or in a smoothie. So this is the first one, Endocrine Complex. Now let's pull over the bus for a little fun fact. So your kidneys filter about 45 gallons of blood per day. That is amazing. I think it is phenomenal. And you can see why they need to be functioning at top notch, right? And you can also imagine how it is a very slippery slope if your kidneys are not functioning at their capacity. So although the heart is responsible for pumping blood throughout the body, the kidneys are doing their fair share of the work. They are a workhorse, and they filter a half a cup of blood every minute, and that is enough to fill a bathtub. That is a lot. There's a lot going on in your body right now. There's a lot going on in your body. There's a lot going on in my body. It's amazing. Now, if you have a question, what's the difference between this and the Endocrine soft gel? That's oil-based. This is the whole food extract. So this is plants and the actual powdered material ground, and then the Endocrine soft gel is the oil. So it's got like juniper berry and grapefruit and tangerine peel. So that's a different supplement. This is the Endocrine Complex. Okay. Now also, too much ibuprofen and aspirin can also harm your kidneys, and they can make your kidneys feel like this, and you don't want them to feel like this. You want them to feel like this. So let's have more of this and less of this. Okay, so all of this, and all drugs pass through your kidneys, so you really want to be careful. You want to be very careful what you're asking your kidneys to filter. So if you use daily for long periods of time, then the pain meds like ibuprofen and higher dose aspirin and Aleve can damage your kidneys, making them feel like this. And that is why it is important to be supporting your body's natural detoxification pathways using the Endocrine Detox Complex. So this is eliminating the toxic cleansing. It's allowing that toxic cleansing to happen. And you know, anytime we have the toxic products in our home, the skincare, the cleaning products that your body has to metabolize, that is not something that we want, because that is further putting strain and stress on your precious kidneys. Okay, so that is number 5. Okay, now number 4 is DDR Prime. This is one that I love, and I have been talking about this for years. This is Damaged DNA Renewal Blend, and this is a soft gel. So this is what it looks like, just little soft gels here. Little DDR Prime soft gel, and you can make your own in a veggie capsule if you don't have this. So what is inside? We have frankincense and wild orange and lemongrass and thyme and summer savory and clove and niaouli and litsea. And how did he use it? 2 capsules per day, also at bedtime. So again, this is a great one where you can just put this in your nightstand, and that way if you forget, you don't have to worry about it, that you can stay on target with all of your supplements and all the things that you want to accomplish in your health protocol. And why this works? Well, the oils in DDR Prime protect cells against free radical damage, and these oils also support cellular renewal and regenerate damaged tissues. So we need all the renewal when we want to get our kidneys like from going like this to feeling like this. So that's exactly what we want. So we definitely want to add this to the protocol. And the kidneys produce hormones, and those hormones promote red blood cell creation. So the more that we can help renew damaged kidney tissue and cells, the better. So we're going from this to this, and it's going to be so great, and you are going to feel incredible. Next one is our turmeric soft gel, or our turmeric duo caps. So you'll have to put in the comments below if DDR Prime is new to you or if it's one you use every day. You'll also have to let me know about Turmeric Duo Caps. Is this one that you use every day, or is this new to you? And again, I use all of these every day. These are absolute essentials. In fact, I have my supplement toolbox here to show you that I have all of my supplements here so that I know at a glance if I am empty on something or if I'm getting low on something, and I have backups, and I have other ones in my nightstand, so I am totally prepared, and it is going to be so great. Does this affect someone with diabetes and high blood pressure if they take them? So my father-in-law had high blood pressure, and he also had diabetes, and now he has completely managed his blood sugar naturally with all of these tools. So I highly recommend that you have whoever you're talking about go and meet with their physician and ask them if they are open to trying these natural tools, because it is really incredible, and you will see such a change if you are consistent and if you are open to trying these out and seeing how they can work for your particular body, because everybody's different. So you definitely want to have that dialogue with your medical professional. So the duo caps are really incredible because they are a dual chamber capsule that provides an inner layer of the powdered turmeric root. If you're not familiar with these, they're really cool looking, with an outer layer of the turmeric essential oil that's steam distilled from the root. So we have, and when they're combined, the body can really more easily absorb the benefits. That's why doTERRA put them both together, because you only absorb 20% of one of them and 80% of the other. And when you put them together, you absorb 100%. This is absolutely amazing. So I highly encourage you use turmeric and add that to your protocol if this is something you want to follow. And and so again, he used 2 of these per day before bed, and you can also use these after a meal. It's totally up to you. Now, the turmeric caps, why do they work? So these are anti-inflammatory. They promote and repair the blood disorders by purifying the blood and supporting blood sugar control. So turmeric also reduces swelling and improves circulation. And when we address the chronic discomfort element of all of this, it is really important that the cell tissue has the nourishment that it needs to respond to the influence of oils. So when we're putting the influence of oils onto the body, into the tissues, into the cells, it can respond when we know. It's like calibrating the GPS. We're telling it exactly where to go, and it's going right there. It's just right there, I got you covered. And so when my father-in-law tells me that he can raise his arms all the way, he has no more leg swelling, he can go down the stairs, I'm amazed, but then I'm also really not that shocked, because I know what these oils do, but it still makes me feel so proud, and I am just, I love this conversation. And little fun fact about this, so if the body is overwhelmed by toxins, it can't properly perform all the functions fully. And so again, the chronic discomfort that he was feeling was a side effect of the body being unable to function properly. And the kidneys regulate the body's salt and potassium content, and it's really vital for processing the absorption of electrolytes. And speaking of electrolytes, the hydration that brings us to the next protocol in this method is cinnamon bark. Okay, so you'll have to let me know in the comments below when you watch this on replay or whatnot if turmeric is new to you or if you're excited to try it. The next one is number 2, cinnamon bark. Okay, so we are moving right along here, and this is cinnamon bark essential oil. Comment below if you like Red Hots, if you like Fireball, if you like Big Red gum, if you like cinnamon, or if cinnamon is not really something that is your jam. So this is steam distilled from the bark, and he used this, adding it to his water. So just like you should always have your water cup with you everywhere you go, he added it to his water. And you can either do a couple things. If you are not really a fan of the cinnamon bark, you can put it in a shot glass with water, just 1 drop is plenty, and this is what I call a red hot fireball shot. Or you can put a drop in your full cup of water if you enjoy the taste. He really likes the taste, so it worked out really great for him, because it was perfect for him, and especially with blood sugar challenges, this is really the heavy hitter. This is the MVP of the blood sugar. This is like your blood sugar bestie. Like, you absolutely are gonna love this. So if cinnamon bark isn't your jam though, again, you can do the shot and just hydrate that way. Now, why this works. Cinnamon bark reduces blood toxicity. It helps naturally help the body fight kidney infections, and cinnamon's actual top use for its medical and remedy purposes is for natural diabetes support and blood sugar management. So when I tell you this is a blood sugar bestie, I mean it. We're gonna snuggle in close. This is your blood sugar bestie. This, of all the oils, is like amazing, and he's actually been ordering this 2 at a time, because it only comes in a 5 ml bottle. So you definitely want to make sure that you are not without cinnamon bark. This also increases the flow of urine from increasing your water intake, which then relieves the kidney and the lymphatic system. So if you do like cinnamon, if you like the Red Hots and the Fireballs of the world, then this is perfect for you, because you can sip it in your water. It's also going to reduce sugar cravings. It's going to feel like something sweet that you're going to love that. And it tasted good. It tasted so good to him that it made him want to drink more water throughout the day. And you can also add this to warm water and make your own cinnamon tea. Just add that and sip it after dinner. But he said, I have never been more hydrated in my life. And that was only after a couple weeks, and I'm so proud of him. So cinnamon is just incredible. So, so incredible for you. And then we're gonna pull over the bus for another little fun fact. So water leaves your body in several ways. It comes out of your skin when you sweat, it comes out of your mouth when you breathe, and it comes out of your urine when you go to the bathroom. And there is also water in your bowel movements. So when you feel thirsty, your brain is telling you to get more fluids to keep your body balanced. And if you don't have enough fluids in your body, then the brain communicates with your kidneys by sending out a hormone that tells the kidneys to hold on to the fluid. And when you drink more, this hormone level goes down. So the kidneys will let go of more fluid, and you might notice that sometimes your pee is darker than other times, and you should be paying attention to that. So if you've not been paying attention to your pee, please do that and report back. You can just message me privately, but true friends care about your endocrine system, right? And I do, and I would love for you to share this dialogue with me, even if it's in a private way. I would love for you to feel confident about knowing and tapping into what is happening in your body, because true friends care about your kidneys, and I do, okay? So if you don't take in a lot of fluids, or if you're exercising, or if you're sweating a lot, your pee has less water in it, and it could look darker. And if you're drinking lots of fluids, then that extra fluid comes out in your pee, and it will be lighter, okay? So that is something really great that you can observe, and you can even teach your kids to be aware of that, hey, when mommy and daddy tell you to drink your water, it's really important. You might start to feel head tension, you might start to feel lightheaded, you might not feel well, and you can make that connection between their output and their input. So lastly, we have lemon, our favorite one of lemon. Lemon is one of the most inexpensive of all the oils, and it is so versatile, from cleaning supplies to supporting our filter organs. It's really a boss babe. And lemon is distilled from the lemon peel, not from the fruit. And how did he use it? So he put a drop every time he refilled his water bottle throughout the day. Now, I suggested that, I didn't know if he was gonna like cinnamon or not. And I've known him for 20 years. This actually next month will be 21 years. And I didn't realize that he loves cinnamon so much. So maybe in the future I'll have to just get him like a box of 5 or 10 bottles of cinnamon for Christmas or something. But lemon is really incredible, and I was thinking, well, okay, if he's not really a cinnamon fan, then at least he can alternate like every other day, and so he wouldn't get sick of it. But he's like, I really love both of them together, so that actually makes it easy, because it's one less extra thing that he has to do. So he went like that from this to now like this, and the lemon is incredible. He just added this to his water bottle with the cinnamon bark every day. Now, why does this work so well? Lemon acts as a diuretic, which helps the kidneys release sodium and water, and that leads me to my last little fun fact, that kidneys make pee. So the kidneys create the urine from urea and water and other waste products that your body doesn't need. So then the fluid flows out of the tubules, which are found inside the nephrons, the 2 tubes that are called ureters, and the ureters release urine into the bladder, and you know what happens from there, right? So my father-in-law was retaining water. He was not releasing the waste products before this protocol. So he was uncomfortable, he was not feeling well, he was tired all the time, and you can now understand why his feet are not swelling anymore. He can raise his arms, he can go down the stairs without pain, and yes, every time he refilled his water bottle, he put a drop of cinnamon and lemon. Now that's just his personal preference, because he really likes both cinnamon and lemon, but if you are not a cinnamon fan, then you can do the little shot glass, and you can just kind of rotate that through and listen to your body as you need to. So that was really just so helpful for him to be able to see the connection. So just like we were saying that, your kids can observe their output in the bathroom, he was really able to quickly observe the output in the bathroom, but also the way he was feeling. And that's why he didn't want to say anything to his doctor. He's like, I know in my heart that my body is repairing itself. I know in my heart what's going on is good, and I want to keep up with this, and I want to surprise my doctor with this information. So that's why he didn't want to say anything between the baseline lab results and when he got the most recent results back. So he said he, again, had never been this hydrated in his life. Phew, that's amazing, right? In just 5 simple steps. So to bring this amazing summer science fair road trip full circle, let's recap. The top 5 for my father-in-law to have thriving kidneys went from this to this between March 28th, and he got the results at the end of, he got the blood work at the end of July, but he called me on August 2nd to tell me the amazing news. So we have the Endocrine Complex, okay? And that is for supporting your filter organ function, okay? And then we have DDR Prime soft gels. and this is for promoting cellular renewal and helping renew the damaged kidney tissue and cells in there. Number 3 is Turmeric Duo Caps, and this is reducing the discomfort. Cinnamon bark essential oil, this was helping balance his blood sugar naturally without diabetes medicine and empowering him to safely be off of those medications, hopefully for the rest of his life, that was further damaging his kidneys even more. And last but not least, our good friend lemon. And this acts as a diuretic to reduce the swelling, no fluid retention anymore, and support the detoxification pathways, because when we're more hydrated, then our kidneys are able to function and eliminate all of that extra waste product. So hopefully you found this super helpful and empowering so that you can feel that with this testimony, with the actual data in hand, because I could say, oh yeah, oils work all day long, but when I can show you that is an actual testimony from him, he even was excited and he said, I want you to share this with people. I want you to share this on a broadcast. I want you to share this with your oil community. And I was like, done. You don't have to tell me twice. So, this is really simple. It gives you 5 simple things that you can do to be kinder to your kidneys. And the oils, the cinnamon and lemon, you can combine them. So that's not anything extra. You should already be drinking water. So you're habit stacking. This isn't anything new. You're not adding anything extra to your life that's going to take extra time away from you. You're refilling your water and you just put a drop of each in your water. So simple, so fast, it takes no time. You're already drinking water. You just simply add the cinnamon bark and the lemon to your water, and then the other supplements, you can take them before bedtime and leave them in your nightstand, so it's not taking anything else away from you. And my father-in-law is so proud of his progress. He's continuing all these protocols. We will be adding a few other elements, so stay tuned for an update in another about 3 to 4 months when he gets his blood work back from his second progress report. I will share that with you first, of course, and I'll share an Instagram post next week summarizing all of this in a grid post so that you can come back, you can refer people to it. If you have someone in your community or your family that would benefit from the information, it'll be in a nice summarized packaged way so that any additional life hacks I'll add on to other posts. We ran out of time, but I do want to mention Slim and Sassy, and then I'm going to talk about it next week in my posts. But Slim and Sassy is also a great life hack, either the soft gels, the oil, or the gum, because guess what is inside? It's like a little hidden gem. Cinnamon bark and lemon are hiding in Slim and Sassy. So if you don't have cinnamon bark, if you run out of lemon, you can just do Slim and Sassy in your water and you're getting the same benefit. So that's really cool that we have all these options. So I'm gonna put some of those things that we didn't get a chance to talk about into grid posts for next week. But it is just such a hidden gem for blood sugar support. It also has ginger and peppermint. So if you ever have some stomach issues or tummy troubles, you can really benefit from that too. And be sure to stay close for more education and tips. I hope you feel armed and supported to take your kidneys from this to this with just 5 simple steps. And I'd love to hear from you. Did any of these surprise you? Which one of these did you like most? Will any of these be new to you? You'll have to let me know in the comments after you watch. And a few little housekeeping items before we wrap. So we have some extra special promotions this month. If you are ready to empower your health and purchase doTERRA oils, you can purchase them from me. You can purchase the supplements and all the oils together. You'll receive a $50 shop credit, so you can repurchase anything that you run out of first for free. With that shop credit, you can use it anytime you want. So I believe that it lasts a year. And you'll have your own 25% off discount login so that anytime you need to reorder your products, you can do that. I've put together a little top 5 to thrive mini bundle, and it's linked in my link tree. So when you go to my Instagram page, you just tap the link and you'll see it at the top. So if you want to refer someone to that, or you just need any help with that, you can always reach out to me and I can point you in the right direction of the IGTV here that's nice and snug. You can watch this on YouTube after tonight. I'll be posting it later as soon as I clean up from tonight's broadcast, and then it'll always be here in IGTV. Next week, look for a couple other posts of things I didn't get a chance to share tonight. And then, just knowing that I am here to support you, I'm a resource. Of course, reach out to whoever brought you to doTERRA. They are your #1 educator and resource and point of contact for you. But if within this context of conversation, I would love to help support you and answer any questions that you might have. So reach out to me anytime, because we are here to connect and just turn these challenges into solutions. And I really think that what makes me so proud most of all is that these are things I use every day. So being able to look back through the reference book and remind myself, wow, you know, I'm really doing these things as a proactive measure because I don't want it to be relevant for me as a reactive measure. I want to do these things to support me, and over time, the people in my life notice. I don't need to say every day, hey, I sell oils, buy oils, do you want to buy oils? I want you to buy oils because I want you to care about your health and wellness. And I prioritize mine, and I want you to feel that you deserve that and you are worthy of feeling good. And for the last year, before this, he didn't feel that he was worthy of feeling good. And he let his health go. And he decided, I'm tired of that. I'm done. I want to feel better. I deserve to feel better. And so dig into your resource books and take a look and see what you can do and maybe some things you can look at differently. And so just to recap for someone that asked this, Essential Oils for Healthcare Today, this is on Amazon. The Essential Life book you can grab from Share Oils or oillife.com. And then mark your calendar for my next live continuing education broadcast, Thursday, September 16th, same time, same place. I'll be sharing my first impressions on all the new convention items that will be released next month. And that is a wrap on broadcast number 223. And I hope that you found this helpful. Thank you for watching. And don't forget to be kind to your kidneys. And I will see you next time.